So, is this Trump's brutal crackdown as the media wants you to think, or is this simply upholding the law? Well, you be the judge after watching this. Guys, as always, welcome to More Travelers channel. I try to keep a fair and balanced perspective on all of these things, especially some of these delicate topics like the one we were talking about in the previous video about an actual predator, Israeli official, very high ranking, being protected by the Trump administration. I was just reading about how he was interviewed by the FBI, who caught him red-handed. He was caught expecting to join a 15-year-old to engage in something very nefarious and definitely illicit and illegal, and he should be in jail. But because he's Israeli, he boards a plane and he leaves. At the same time, we have, situations like this. Guys, as always, if you want to learn more about realistic preparedness and survival, this is what I've been doing for a long time. You have a lot of information on the channel. You have my books as well, Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. Books that will help you get prepared for what's happening all over the world, in the United States and a lot of our places. We're going through interesting times. Economically, inflation is... prices in general are just outrageous. We see loss of freedom, loss of liberty. We see politics get, skewed and obscured, and the swamp apparently is still very much here. But is this true in this case too, or is this just common sense?
And now to the Trump administration's continued and brutal crackdown on...
Brutal? Okay, I expect to see something brutal.
Immigration, where the arrest of a Colombian TikToker by ICE agents has sparked massive outrage. Tatiana Martinez, a Colombian TikToker living in Los Angeles, was arrested last Friday on what the agency said was a prior DUI conviction. Now, Martinez, who allegedly entered the U.S. in 2022, was apprehended by federal authorities while streaming on TikTok from her vehicle. Footage shows Martinez seated in her car when federal agents approached, opened the door, and viciously yanked her from the car.
Viciously? Well, apparently she was resisting. And as the man himself says, she's Colombian. And she had a conviction for driving drunk. So she's a danger to society. And she's in a country... I don't know if she was legally there or not. I don't know if she was illegally in the United States. But even if she was living legally in the United States, which let's assume she was, she committed a serious crime. She was driving drunk, and she's getting deported. I think that makes perfect sense. I don't see the problem here. Let me know if you agree with me or not.
She was heard screaming before being pinned to the ground, with observers calling for medical assistance as she lay both helpless and motionless.
Yeah, she's resisting. She's resisting. She's placed on the floor for crying like a brat. And she's being arrested.
Now, following the incident, reports suggested that Martinez was first taken to the hospital before being moved to a detention center. And now Martinez is a popular TikToker who primarily caters to a Spanish audience.
Well, she can continue to cater to her Spanish audience from Colombia or wherever she's from. Yeah, Colombian, okay. She's Colombian. She committed a crime. She's getting deported. It should not be necessary to drag her like that if she behaved like a civilized human being. If she got orders to, leave the country, she should have done so. If she's getting arrested, cooperate with the authorities as they are arresting you for committing crimes. I just don't get the outrage here.
37,000 followers on TikTok. She's been making videos on ICE raids that have become rampant in California since the Trump administration came back into office. Among her recent videos, she discussed the federal takeover of Washington, D.C. by Donald Trump. Okay,
so she's complaining and crying about something that she has no right to. If you are legally, especially if you're illegally, but even if you're legally in a country and you committed a crime and you're driving drunk and they don't want you there anymore, you should leave. Go away. Go back to Colombia and keep on doing your videos over there. You'll be fine. You don't have to make this scene. Now, again, I was just talking about the scandal that I believe is the United States government covers up for, well, a predator in the worst possible sense, right? That's disgusting, that's messed up, and that is apparently the case of what happened. Now so again, it is very difficult at times to do the right thing, the mature, the adult thing, which is have balanced opinions, be critical of things that deserve to be criticized, and don't fall for the nonsense when it's definitely not the case. This woman, she should be going back to her country, and I see nothing wrong with that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care.